Welcome to the Full Nelson. Today I'm going to be reviewing this Tippmann Arms BugOut M4-22 Elite. There's some things I really like about this, and there's one thing that I hate about it, so much so that I do not recommend this to anyone, and I wish that I could get my money back and get a different model of this. Anyway, I'm going to get into that. So the things I like about it, and the reason I bought it, is because of how nice and compact it is. It's like, wow, that's really cool. They made this folding mechanism. I even heard it could be fired, folded, which it can, and I'll show you how that's possible. That's all really cool, sweet stuff. Nice compact platform, teaches you or anyone else kind of the same battery of arms or mode of operation that you would find in a standard AR-15. All great stuff, and like I said, I have a lot of experience with the other M4-22 platform guns that they offer. I have a 16-inch gun that I've probably run 10,000 rounds through, and it's fantastic. It's been a great training tool. That's why I bought this one, and that's why I bought this one. Now, the issue that I have with this particular model has to do with what makes it so nice and compact, and that is the folding mechanism. The biggest issue with this folding mechanism that I haven't heard any of the YouTube paid advertisers, influencers, whatever it is that you want to call them that are out there, that probably get these things for free or whatever their arrangement happens to be, is that when you go to charge this weapon and you go to grab the charging handle, if you look at the clearance here between your charging handle and this folding mechanism, there isn't any. And so instead of having a folding mechanism down lower so you have room to charge over the top of that, or folding that mechanism located in some other manner or more compact or something, that folding mechanism is right smack in the path of charging. So when you try to use this as a training tool, which is the main reason I advocate for these types of firearms, is you can't charge it the way you would a normal AR-15. So then you're gonna end up doing this little fingertip weird thing to try to get over the top of that since there's no clearance, or two fingers like this, or something goofy like that to charge this weapon. And to me, that's a major training scar. You're not gonna charge a full-size AR-15 that way, and to use this and go through thousands of reps with something like this, and then switch over to your AR, and you go to charge the weapon, and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm doing this funny, silly fingertip thing and all that. You slip off the charging handle and gum up your firearm because you did not charge it fully, and silly things like that are things I do not want involved in the training process at all. And so, as you can see with this one here, without the folding mechanism, it's non-issue. It's just like grabbing a normal AR charging handle. I don't know how somebody put this thing together when they were testing this and didn't go out and attempt to charge it the first time and say, uh-oh. But that's kind of the state of the world that we live in nowadays. I've seen a lot of firearms companies do this where something looks good on paper, or somebody in office thought it was a good idea, and then they put it together and think, yep, send them out the door, and they didn't even get thoroughly tested, or nobody, really thoroughly considered how they might be able to mitigate those kinds of issues, or whether or not it was even worth putting something out there that has those kind of issues. In my opinion, that's a big enough issue that it makes the gun almost not functional. Some people will say put an extended charging handle on it. Well, Tippmann Arms should probably include something like that with this, knowing of the issues that it has. But even with an extended charging handle, I don't generally try to grab them out by the tip. I usually grab them still pretty close to where the charging handle, as close as I can get my finger to the body of the firearm most of the time. So anyway, big mistake. I think they should do a refund or a upgrade kit or something to delete this, or do something different. They do make a model of this, which is like an M4-22 Elite Micro or something. Micro Elite or something. It's the exact same thing without the folding mechanism. The thing that's funny about this is you pay a premium for this folding mechanism, and it destroys the functionality of the platform. So you're going to pay more for this than you would this model or the model of this that doesn't have the folding mechanism, but it makes the gun less functional, which is just silly. Anyway, I do want to show you how it is possible for this gun to be fired while it's folded. That's because they've changed this bolt carrier group. For those who know anything about like Law tactical folders and have seen what they've done over the years, or SIG's design, the Brownell's BRN 180, where they have the bolt is similar to this in the fact that all of the reciprocating action of the bolt is done within the receiver. It does not go back into the buffer tube, which allows those firearms to be shot while folded, and a normal AR-15 typically can't be shot while folded. Now, Law Tactical designed a bolt carrier group similar to this for an AR-15, and then they have a folding mechanism, and then there's like a piece you put in here, just like this, that makes it to where there is no buffer tube in here. That's all right here, and that allows it to be fired while folded. Now, I don't know how some of those designs, or this design, I know that SIG has obviously thoroughly tested their design, and the BRN 180 is thoroughly tested at this point. But I don't know how like the Law Tactical folder or this compare reliability-wise to just the solid bolt that Tippmann Arms has been making for a very long time. Maybe it's just as reliable. I've only put like 500 rounds through each of these, so I can't speak to that yet. As I put more rounds downrange, I'll probably do some testing where I don't clean them and just see how many rounds I can go without cleaning them, things like that, to find out, hey, is this one gum up faster when it's not cleaned or not maintained? Also, just pay attention to how many failures to fire, failures to eject, and things like that I might have with this versus the standard setup that I have in this firearm and another Tippmann Arms M4-22 Elite that I own. Anyway, so that kind of concludes my review of the Tippmann Arms BugOut M4-22. Really compact, just like all the other Tippmann Arms firearms. It seems to be an awesome platform in every way except for this major design flaw that just totally breaks the BugOut version of this gun. So I do not recommend this. I will see if I can find a way to delete that or change that or do something with that, because I am not interested in having something be more compact at the expense of it being functional. So anyway, that concludes my review. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those in the comments section below. If you found this video at all helpful or informative, I would appreciate it if you would like the video and subscribe. That helps us grow our channel. We are independently funded, and we do not get sent a bunch of this stuff by different people in the industry in exchange for kickbacks or in exchange for good reviews. I just give it to you the way that I see it. And I do like some of the other Tippmann Arms products. As I've mentioned, I've been an advocate for some of their stuff for certain applications like training. This is not one of those. This was a big miss with me. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a nice day.